Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. We're on to the third part of the Cosa, Nostra set. This wonderful box set from Radiance, which has been an absolute joy to work through. Number 16 in this set is How to Kill a Judge. And as I'm alluding to, this is another great film. Here we have Franco Nero as a filmmaker, Solaris, who has created this film that foretells or tells the story of a crime that was kind of covered up by a magistrate, a judge, and says that they're going to be killed by the Mafia at a certain point, and that becomes true. But there's also the kind of build up to that where we're looking at how did he get so much of these facts right.
In poche parole, o fai sparire tu stesso il film dalla città o te lo sequestri immediatamente.
E con quale motivazione?
Turbamento dell'ordine pubblico.
There's a lot of people baying for his head as this is making a big impact. This film has a huge impact against this judge and the esteemed, untouchable nature of people in power. Nero as Solaris is fantastic, a filmmaker who has a statement to make. Again, we have the Mafia element within this one. We have the Mafia who are possibly dealing with the judges, corruption, the way they are almost creating murder as a business, and there's no ramifications coming because of this. You get Nero as Solaris, a man who wants everybody to be accountable for their actions.
Chi può essere stato?
E dillo tu, visto che sei tutto.
He's made this film to highlight wrongdoing that he perceives has happened in this case. But then there's that ownership of what you have done, and what he has done by releasing this film has foretold a murder which has then come true. There is this weight of responsibility on Solaris' shoulders as he tries to dig into this crime to find out what exactly has gone on here. Who has killed this judge? Was it his film? Is he responsible ultimately for this murder? And I kind of love that idea of it.
Guardi, non usi questa parola, io non ho previsto niente.
E allora perché quel delitto sullo schermo?
Perché mi è sembrato un finale logico sullo schermo, date le premesse.
There are so many moving parts here. There are so many little side stories, little side characters that come in, that do something that kind of fade away, that are just wonderful. There's some standout sequences I just absolutely loved in this one. There's a moment where Solaris is being kind of threatened at a point, kind of bullied, and this character shows up and just owns everybody. In fact, he just slaps the crap out of somebody.
Portatemi via sto piccolo qua.
Perché il problema, picciotti, è quello di comportarsi educatamente.
And then just walks away having solved the situation. It's just one of those characters you're like, there's something about him that I probably shouldn't like, but man, I really do like that character. You get the inner workings of the Mafia and their corruption side of things. You get insight into the judge and his family life and how that was impacted by this film, particularly the wife who becomes friends with Solaris as he's investigating what is going on. And primarily it is an almost procedural, but there is heavy thematics in here leading towards the corruption within the police force, but the way the Mafia instigates itself and pushes it into all aspects of things that it shouldn't really have an impact in.
Hanno detto che il giornale stamattina ha dato la notizia che il testimone con Joe Barra era falso e che era pagato.
People trying to stand up and show what's happening and being silenced in various ways. How to Kill a Judge was again another knockout film. I really liked this one a lot. Very different from The Day of the Owl and The Case is Closed, Forget It, but touching on similar themes and creating an equally captivating story. What a way to finish this set. Absolutely tremendous. I would highly recommend How to Kill a Judge. But you know what, let's dive in and have a look at the extras on this disc. Here we are in the disc for How to Kill a Judge. Let's go to the special features. First up we have Franco Nero. In the new interview, cult icon Franco Nero discusses his memories of making the film, his friendship with Damiani and his career, shot exclusively for Radiance in September 2022. It's 13 minutes in length, or 12 minutes 59 seconds. In this one, Nero talks about another film that could have been, and kind of slips into how he was portraying Damiani in this film. Lessons in violence. In this video essay, filmmaker David Cairns looks at How to Kill a Judge and Damiani's unique approach to filmmaking, which was filmed in January 2023, which was 21 minutes 38 seconds. In this one we kind of look at how Damiani was inspired to write this story after something similar happened on his first film, with the death of someone, and how it kind of avoids a lot of tropes created by Italian genre films at the time, particularly giallo films, where this is similarly like that but avoids a lot of the tacks that those kind of films take. Next we have Alberto Pizzotta. In an interview with Alberto Pizzotta, author of Directed by Damiani, the writer discusses Damiani's contribution to the mafia and crime genres, as well as the core themes in his films of this type and their reception in Italy. Shot exclusively for Radiance in 2022, it is 34 minutes 23 seconds and is wonderful. In this one, we get this writer really delving into Damiani's career, what inspired him. He is frank and honest about his love of the director and how his films kind of should be more well remembered than they actually are. Fantastic, a really great extra, the best extra on this disc for this film. We also have the English trailer and the Italian trailer, which is the same trailer, 3 minutes 42 seconds, just with English and Italian languages. And that's the extras for How to Kill a Judge. So there we have it. How to Kill a Judge is terrific, rounds out this set marvellously. Definitely going to be one of my favourite releases of the year. I may even do a video just talking about this set in general, because I loved it so much. I'd love to know your thoughts on How to Kill a Judge. Let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. I'd love to know your thoughts. There is more content up here where you can see more of my stuff, and in the description box below are links to the Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.